Hi everybody, John McLaughlin with the Iowa Firearms Coalition with a quick Warrior Wednesday update. First of all, Father's Day is coming up on the 18th, so for all of you dads out there, happy Father's Day. Kind of an emotional time in my life right now as my dad's trying to recover from a horrible cancer surgery with lots of complications. And normally we're gathering up here at our lake cabin in Minnesota, but very odd to come up here and not have him here. So hopefully we'll get him back to good health. So happy Father's Day, everyone. If you have a dad that's still with us, make sure you tell him you love him and clear up any misunderstandings or anything, and make sure you move forward on a good path. A couple things to mention today. First of all, in Washington, House Joint Resolution 44, that is the House working to put down the ATF and their illegal pistol brace rule that they came up with. All of our Iowa Republican House members have signed on in favor of House Joint Resolution 44. Now, obviously, if this gets through the House and goes to the Senate, President Biden likely to veto it, but at least we know our Republican House members are coming out in favor of our Second Amendment rights. Now, in Iowa, Brenna Bird continues to impress us. We got an email from the Attorney General's office. And in California, there's this Unsafe Handgun Act that's been enacted. It was overturned in the appeals court, and now it's going back to court again. And Brenna Bird has filed an amicus brief putting Iowa behind the folks out in California who believe this is an unlawful act to restrict certain types of handguns, basically making a list that's so onerous that you'd never actually be able to own a handgun. So good on Brenna Bird. She continues to be a strong proponent for the Second Amendment. All right, let's talk for a moment about trusted partners with IFC. We have a couple of new folks that have signed on. If you need a good Kydex holster, either inside the waistband, appendix inside the waistband, or outside the waistband, Haven Defense Company. It's havendefenseco.com. They have signed on as a trusted partner and are offering the IFC members and followers 20% off. So we'll put a website link for you below. So that's havendefenseco.com, 20% off, and I can tell you from firsthand knowledge, they make some excellent holsters. Now, many of you took our pepper spray class a few months ago over in Newton. Palm pepper spray, which is the strongest, spiciest pepper spray in a small canister for personal defense. They have also signed on as an IFC trusted partner. So Palm pepper spray, Palm Industries, 10% off for IFC members. So you can go to their website. Again, we'll put the link below, put in IFC 10, and you'll get 10% off. Continue to have lots of interest in the IFC Educators Academy. That is coming up August 15, 16, 17, where we're building a foundation for educators, whether you're a teacher or some other role within either a public or private school. We're going to take you through the basics, show you how to properly use a handgun, and move you along all the way to where we're simulating some force-on-force encounters. 3 days of really solid high-end training with Ed Monk and Adam Winch from Defenders USA. Ed with Last Resort Firearms and the nation's leader on teaching how to respond to active shooters. So we're still reviewing applications, so still have time. And folks, even if you're not associated with education, if your kids go to school, you know a teacher that might be interested, I tell you what, please help us. We need that multiplier effect, and let them know that this is available. Point them to the link on the IFC website where they can apply, because we notified all the schools in Iowa, sent out an email to superintendents, had a little press release. Simon Conway did great for us and mentioned this on the air, and Jeff Stein over in the Waterloo area. So we are getting good response, but we really want to go through that list, pick the people that have shown interest, they have that heart set that they're willing to do this. They're not just looking for a free gun class. And again, we have some excellent applications. We're going to leave this open for a few days longer, then we'll work through that list and pick 18, potentially up to 24. We've had some requests, folks asking if they can help offset the cost and send like 4 or 5 folks from the same school. So we're looking at all the options to try to accommodate everybody. So that is our IFC Educators Academy. We call it Present, Trained, and Willing. Now, as part of that, something that's going to be open to all of you, maybe you're a cop, a lawmaker, just a concerned citizen, got kids in school. Ed Monk, who's going to be doing a bulk of teaching at this 3-day class, is going to be with us on August 15th at 7 p.m. at the Front Row. That's the Hawkeye Bar and Grill in Clive. So we're going to have a nice steak, potato, salad dinner. And then Ed's going to give a very condensed presentation, roughly about 50 minutes, about this active shooter threat and what has worked in the past, which isn't much, and the model that he has, which has worked very effectively almost 90% of the time. So I tell you what, for a $50 ticket, you get a steak, potato salad, and you get to hear from the expert Ed Monk. So we'll have a sign-up link along with this video, and watch the IFC Facebook and website for more information on that, because it's your chance to get the information you need to talk responsibly and even scientifically with folks that say, oh, no guns in schools. Well, it would be a great world if we didn't have to do that, but unfortunately the reality is when these active shooters come in and it takes the police department 4, 5, 7, 10, 17 minutes to respond, there has to be something to fill that gap to put down the active shooter before our good men and women in blue can show up. So more information on that. We appreciate your involvement here in IFC. We continue to urge you to share the word, not just on the IFC Educators Academy, but IFC in general, the work we're doing to protect your Second Amendment rights and help get everyone in the state wired up and to be safe and protected when their worst day happens. I'm John McLaughlin with the Iowa Firearms Coalition, joining you from a sunny, calm, quiet day up here in Minnesota, back in Iowa in a couple days. But keep in the fight, keep training, and we'll see you next week on Warrior Wednesday.